I know you guys thrive on playing time, right? What's the cumulative effect when it's, five guys, or four or five guys receiving the bulk of the time going over and, and the minutes go up? Now, I'm not just talking about, period to period, but, week to week.
I don't know. Obviously, I think as a player, you want to play more. And I know, speaking for myself, the more I play, the better I feel. Which, I think everyone's a little bit different on, how they have gotten here. But no, I think some guys are better at playing more than others. Some guys are better at when they play less or whatever it might be. I mean, I just think, within a game, different things come up the way, playing time goes. And, but I think all of us back here, everyone who's in the lineup every night in the backhand anyway, it's like you can play anyone at any time.
Is it strange to play the same opponent three times in that's 7 games, or what's the mindset there?
No, not really. I mean, you go to the playoff series, you see them 7 straight times. So I think they're just, familiarity from both sides. So, sometimes you have to make little adjustments here and there. You're going to make adjustments defensively. If they change, there's always adjustments being made. But I think for some areas, sometimes it makes it maybe a little easier because you just, have a better sense of what teams are trying to do.
Wondering whether you've noticed anything different about your game this year compared to last, or whether you've kind of seen any improvements year over year.
I don't know. I think I've had moments the last few years where I've been pretty good. There's been moments where I haven't been as good. I think right now I like the way I'm playing right now. I feel like moving well, defending pretty well. No, I mean, you're going to go through ups and downs throughout a season. Right now, I feel good about my game. Just trying to keep that going here.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at kind of some of the advanced numbers that are publicly available, I mean, there's been a pretty big jump for you, compared to last year. Like, is that something that you kind of see just sort of eye test wise, or are you feeling when you're on the ice like it's been better?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really look at any of those numbers. For myself, I think it's just the way I feel I'm contributing. Sometimes it's not always on the score sheet, but I think there's other little plays or other things I feel I'm doing right now pretty well. I think just playing with confidence is a big thing. I think sometimes you can tell yourself to be confident or that you believe in yourself, but sometimes it takes actually being in there and making a few plays and really kind of building that. And I think right now I'm just feeling good. I think confident, moving well, and just trying to play, help the team different ways. Some nights it might be getting involved more offensively. Some nights it might be more focusing on being a shutdown guy. It's just different nights. There's different roles kind of, and I just feel like trying to do everything I can to help this team win.
I see comments on social media, right? And the overwhelming sense is that your game has been really, really solid, from like the first week of the season. How are you feeling?
I feel good. But I still feel like there are lots of ways where I can improve. That's kind of just the nature of the business, though, right? You have to continue to get better, or you're going to fall behind. That's really kind of the way I look at it. So, by no means am I like fully satisfied or anything with how I've been playing. Still trying to get better every day.
How much tougher does that get to achieve as the seasons go by, right? You don't have a 22-year-old.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think about it sometimes. I bet if I were to look at a game from like 10 years ago or so, it would look a lot different, right? The game would look a lot different, and myself, I'm sure, would look a lot different. So You don't really notice it as much day to day, but I mean, your teammates pushing you every day in practice, the competition getting better every year. I think that it just forces you to improve, and that's kind of what everyone has to do over the course of their career.
I wanted to ask you about the kind of anomaly with shots, out shooting teams in the last 5 games that haven't seen results. Is there a key to kind of sticking with it and trusting the process, or just what's the mindset to turn that around?
Yeah, I think it's mainly stick with it, trust the process. I think, the cliches like more traffic around their net, stuff like that. Don't let the goalie see don't let the goalie see it or whatever. But I think it's stick with it, and eventually we'll start to score a few more goals going forward.
What's been the key to playing so well defensively as a team and really limiting those shots from opponents?
Yeah, I think it's something we've worked hard on ever since Patty's come here. We've worked hard on our D zone. We've made some adjustments. We keep changing to find what works, and I think right now we're in a pretty good place. And everyone's confident with what we're doing. Everyone's working hard, and we're getting great goaltending as always.
Matthew Darsh said that in terms of changing the systems this season, it took a few weeks to settle into the PK. But what kind of clicks, or I know it takes some time, but what's been clicking in the past few weeks on the penalty kill?
Yeah, the PK is something that I think you have to get reps in, right? So we're doing a really good job right now. Although we've given up one in the past couple games, I think overall in the season we're doing a really good job. As far as what's working well, I just think it's kind of building that chemistry. Right, it's getting the reps in, everyone knowing their responsibilities, and the most important thing is good goaltending, which we've had.
What do you make of Cal Ritchie's game, kind of settling in and kind of playing in all situations, especially his defensive game?
Yeah, he's been great. He's improved every game he's been up here. He's obviously a very talented player, so he's playing some great hockey right now, and yeah, we're lucky to have him.
And just finally, when you have the same opponent 3 times in 7 games, is there a different approach to every game, or just how strange might that be?
Honestly, I don't think so. I think we're only thinking about tonight, and yeah, that's it.
Like I said, I am progressing every day, and I feel better every day. So let's keep going this way, and I'll be back sooner than later.
When did you start skating again?
4 days ago. So yeah, a lot of sweats for small skates, but it's good to be back on the ice and work on little stuff that sometimes you don't have to, and make sure if everything feels fine. To when I come back, I'll be sure I'm 100%.
Darsh had said kind of 2-3 weeks back by Christmas at the latest. Is that your kind of assessment of it too?
Yeah, I just go. I've always had the tendencies to come back usually quick after injuries, and I want to make sure I do it right, and I come back when I know I'll be ready to help the team to and be at my 100%. I'm doing everything I can every day to come back as quick as I can. I don't really have a timeline. Obviously, I would love to play every game. Hate seeing the guys on the ice, and I want to be there with them. So I'm pushing hard every day to my rehab to come back as quick as I can.
JG Pageau take those positive steps back with the team. How encouraging is that?
It is. We'll know more, of course, during the week, but it was nice to see him on the ice, obviously with the orange jersey, but I guess he's getting closer and closer.
Matthew had said kind of the hope was for him to be back by Christmas. Does it feel like maybe he could be back a little sooner than that?
Who's that?
Matt Darsh had said.
Oh, yeah. About the...
Yeah, about Pageau, that he was saying he back by Christmas roughly. Does it feel like maybe a little more optimistic of a timeline now, or too early to say?
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I mean, next few days.
What do you think of Travis Mitchell's first few NHL games?
I thought he played really well. I mean, the first game, I'm sure he was very nervous, but I thought the last game he was more calm and made some great plays and was physical. And I think it brings that element to the team that's welcome.
Is it situational, whether you have Mitchell or Adam Boquist in, because they're sort of different kind of players? How are you picking one compared to the other?
I feel sometimes it's easier if you're a lefty playing on the left than a right play on the left. We thought that was the the knock on this one, but I feel like sometimes you gotta try things and maybe more size than anything else. I mean, playing against, let's say, the Flyers, or the last game we played at home, teams that are maybe more physical and stuff. So I think that might help.
If D'Angelo is able to play tonight, is the plan to put Boquist back in or keep Mitchell in?
We'll see. We'll see how he feels right now. I mean, he was sick this morning, so there's a good chance he probably won't play tonight. But we'll see at the warm-up. If he feels better in the afternoon, he feels okay to do the warm-up, then we'll make that decision at the game time.
When 5 of your defensemen or 4 defensemen are getting, increased time on ice, right? Because the 6th guy is getting, 10, 12 minutes a game. The other guys are 20 and above. What's the cumulative effect, the total effect you see on their play? Does it, over the course of a month, does it wear them down, or do you see them get into a better rhythm?
I hope not.
Yeah.
I hope not. I feel like when you get on the groove, I mean, you're feeling comfortable out there, and that's what you want to see from our guys. I mean, they've been playing really well. They've been in their zone, and there's no reason for us to worry about the ice time right now. I mean, I don't know if it's not like a pitcher in baseball, I guess. I mean, you're not calculating the number of pitch or the ice time for guys. I mean, you wake up in the next morning and say, oh my God, he played 22 minutes or 23 minutes. And it depends what kind of minutes, you're playing. I just felt like in the last, 4 or 5 games, we spent a lot of time in the O zone. We're not a lot in our zone. So I guess those minutes are not as tough that if you play in your zone and you got to push guys around and you're competing in front of the net. So if you're getting the puck out fast and you're limiting the offense in your zone, I'm sure those minutes are a lot easier than if you're always in your zone. That's what I'm trying to say, basically.
Have you seen a year-over-year difference in Ryan Pulock's game this year compared to last?
I just feel this year he seems to be very confident with the puck, plays more, I would say maybe more free in the way that he's jumping in the rush. And I think that brings a lot of positive to his game, and I think that helps him.
Sort of same question about Pelech too, I guess. It seems like he's been playing.
They're both been outstanding. Come on, every game there, I know, we know what we get from them, and they're solid in our zone. They're moving the puck up. They make good decisions with the puck. They come to play down, and have been solid guys for us.
I know obviously you guys have been possessing the puck a lot. I know the hit stack can be misleading, but do you think you guys need to be a little more physical at certain times during games, or do you think you guys are good where you're at?
It depends what you mean by physical. Physical, I think we're all agreed that you want to every game winning your battles, and you want to make sure that you find a way to win the battle, to go to the net, create some offense or defense. So second quick is a big deal for us, the way our structure is built.